You know, I drew the short straw, went up last. I'm not bumming. I'm just going to thank these 11 people for opening for me. Thank you. Hey, if you're Gen X, make some noise. Yeah. We grew up at the best time, huh? Best music of the 70s, dating in the 80s. You know the best thing about dating in the 80s? Vaginas. Every girl you met had one. Less confusing. Yeah. Woo! Now my grandson's not confused. 5 years old. He tells me, Papa, did you know boys have a penis and girls have a vagina? I said, buddy, I know a lot of adults who don't know that. Yeah. But he knows because his parents taught him the proper words for his private parts, you know, because they read books. My parents winged it. I thought I had a winky. And up until the age of 7, I thought girls did too. That's when I played show and tell with Susie. I ain't lying, she showed me and I could not tell where she peed from. I said, listen, I don't want to know what happened to your winky, but I am pretty sure you need stitches. She said, girls don't have a winky. We have a back butt and a front butt. I ain't gonna lie, that's all I knew for the next 10 years. I grew up in a tiny little town, sheltered, naive. I found out 17 years old, went to my girlfriend's house to watch a movie while her parents were gone, you know. And in my defense, when I walked in, I saw a litter box. So when she said, do you want to pet my kitty cat? I said, hell no. I'm a dog person. She said, I think you misunderstood. And the next thing I know, we're playing Show and Tell 2.0. That's when I found out her kitty cat meant front butt with a beard. You're probably wondering how I ever lost my virginity, I tell you. I'll never forget that night. It was the first time I had sex. Now I gotta tell you, I was standing there nervous, naked, and excited, and I'm 6'1", 185, senior year, same height, 120. Yeah. I did not look like a stud. I looked more like a furring strip with a finish nail poking out the front, you know? My girlfriend, she loved me. She didn't laugh and point. She just said, wow, that's cute. And she goes, you know, this time I was worried it would hurt. Yeah. So I'm laying there, 2 minutes later, basking in the afterglow. And I said, so, did it hurt? She said, well, it's kind of like removing a Band-Aid. It only hurts if you do it slowly. Thankfully, you're considerate and blazingly fast. I didn't feel a thing. Yeah. I didn't have any money growing up. You know, I had hand-me-downs because I had an older brother, and I didn't care, you know. Faded Levi's are all right, concert t-shirts, cool, but just once I wanted to know what it felt like to put on something brand new for the first time, you know. And I didn't care if it was Levi's or khakis or condoms. I just feeling out the crowd, folks. Not everything I say is true. I never wore condoms. Yeah. Wow, this is so fun. It's going by already. You know, I got less than a minute left. But I'll leave you with this thought. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot of time, but I have created human life in half of that. So I'll leave you with this thought. I don't think you're ever too old to start chasing your dreams. I was 57. First time I stood on stage at amateur night, at the strip club. And that's the sound I heard, and I realized stand-up is a better fit for me. Because crowds like you make it amazing. Thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate it.